stuff. They just think, hey, big cute husky, that's awesome. And they think they're in Disneyland or something. So there's a lot of stuff you can get away with at a con environment like this that you wouldn't do outside. Like here, you probably don't necessarily have to have a spotter around. Does everybody know what a spotter is? Ever work with one? Yeah, they're great to have. They really are. But here, pretty much the whole family's your spotters, so you can kind of get away with it. When you're outside, definitely want one of those around. Oh, yes. There's also at the con, since we're in sort of a furry safe environment, you might use costuming and things like that on your costume that you wouldn't use out in public spaces. Like Quimec here is a husky, so he's got a pole harness on. But if you put that on a character that the harness wasn't normally associated with, then it might start looking like bondage gear or some sexual fetish thing. And if you're out performing in front of kids and you got cuffs on and all kinds of stuff like that, that's probably not very cool. And
you probably just don't want more things to grab with kids around either.
Yeah. They're bad enough. They're bad enough.
What about the tail?
Yeah, that's bad enough.
Safekeeping.
I don't want to know where it was.
Dogs are near that. Come away.
Yep. Get the rest.
And it'll be good. But if they're taking a film, then you don't want to just hold still. You need to move around and make it interesting.
Oh my God.
Then, that's another good place to see how you're doing, though. See what crops up on YouTube.
For better or for worse.
Yeah. How about dancing? Anybody like dancing in suit? Yeah, show us the dance. Show us the dance. There you go. Show us your disco dance.
He wants you to dance with him. I mean, you gotta have a partner.
Yeah, my wife doesn't mind.
On this dance.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, another way that you can do some performance acting is at a show, like the Masquerade, the variety show here, or anywhere else, other cons too. Anybody done that before? Rat has. Beaver. Yep, Husky. That's really a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. Especially if you can do it at like, no, you don't like doing it? Are you embarrassed? Stage fright? Yeah. Poor Quimec. One of the hardest things I think about doing a masquerade kind of sketch is just thinking of the sketch you want to do. Once you've thought of a sketch, the rest is pretty easy. Just go out there and do it. Is it possible to get stage fright while you're wearing a fursuit? Yeah? I don't usually because, well, I'm like a character, but it also makes dancing easier.
Oh.
Yep.
So like, let's say you're doing an event or something, and someone's doing something you don't like, but you don't want to just like push them away or like say stop, like knock it off. What are some good ways, like good cute ways of getting them to stop without breaking character?
Like if I'm pulling on his tail,
yeah,
and he doesn't like it, you start to get pissed off. Okay, that might not be the best way. And he stole the hat again. A good way to do something like that is that if I'm pulling on his tail or something like that, you can gesture like, ouch, that hurts, because that's your tail. It's part of your character. So you can go, ow, and make it look like you're hurting the character, and then people will sort of go, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. Or if you need to carry it a little further,
Further?
yes, you can cry. Oh. Be upset and sad, and when you see a sad husky, you just can't keep torturing it anymore. And frankly, if all else fails, I would just hope that you to knock it off with my voice if it's really bad. If you don't have a spotter. If you do have a spotter, your spotter should be helping you out.
Or try to just remove yourself from the situation.
Yeah.
Spotter to help you and move to another location.
Has anybody heard of this, what was that singer's name? Michael Jackson, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some problems. That was good. Good moonwalk there. I like that move. When you're working with kids or around kids, kids love fursuits. They do. Sometimes parents can be freaky about fursuits. So you have to be very careful about how you work around kids, especially in public. If you don't know the kids, you don't know the parents. They will come up and they'll give you hugs and things like that. And that's okay, but you really need to watch where your paws go to keep yourself out of trouble. No, I'm serious, you do. It's kind of sad, but that's the way it is. So make sure that they always stay in sight. Usually, if I'm in suit and I'm going to hug a kid, I won't ever just like do a complete arms around. I usually like do a pat on the head or something like that, and just kind of keep open gestures. How would you hug a kid? Oh yeah. Quimec makes a very good point too, that you can be very big and scary when you're around kids. You're just a massive object, and if kids are a little intimidated by it, but you can tell that they're interested, you just kind of get down, make yourself smaller. And be more open that way. And the kid might approach you. Don't charge kids. That's not a good idea. Let them come on up, and sometimes they won't quite want to come all the way up, and that's okay. Sometimes the parents will be more into the suit than the kid. And that's kind of a difficult situation, because they'll try and like stick the kid in your arms to take a picture or something like that, and it's kicking and screaming and everything. Or especially if it's like a little baby infant. With that sort of situation, I recommend don't take the kid. Just because somebody's handing you something doesn't mean you have to put your arms out and take it. You can be like,
Don't try.
yeah. So that's a good way to do it. Yeah, I took my puppy skiing in January, and we did a little skiing video and everything. I was skiing around Lake Tahoe, and that was really funny. Kids would come up. And teenagers are a really interesting group to work with, especially the younger ones, because they're kind of old enough that they want to be cool, but there's still a lot of kids left in them, and they see a big suit and they're like, "Murr, fursuit, I want to play," but then they don't want to be all embarrassed in front of their friends either. When is it okay to take your head off?
Depends on the environment. I mean, here it's like everybody knows the deal, and is it really a big deal if somebody pops their head off?
Yeah, it's something that's actually hotly debated in suiting communities, is even at a con when it's okay. There's lots of different opinions, and I don't think there's any rule, and we're certainly not going to make like a policy or rule of the convention here itself of when you can't have your head on. I can tell you my own personal thoughts on it if you wanted to know that. I really like the performance aspect of fursuiting, and my character is my character, and if you see me out with the puppy, I'm much more interesting than I am here. And I don't like to mix the two. In fact, I prefer it for people not to even know who's in the suit. Like, I don't want them to know that I performed that puppy. I'd just rather the puppy be its own thing. Yeah. Does anybody know what Quimec looks like under there?
No.
Trust me, you don't want to.
I have one more idiot question. Somebody put
a cute husky's head fell off. So I don't do that around the con, just in the headless lounge. Now, something like what, hey there.
Nitro.
Yes, it's Nitro. Are we all behaving?
Yeah.
I think we checked that. Uh-oh, he's after you.
Uh-oh. This could only spell trouble.
About the only comment about popping heads is if you need to take your head off because you're hot or get rid of that stuff, take it off.
Oh no.
Furry WTO.
Get him with the club. Get him with the club.
He's got the club. There we go.
Not the face. Not the face.
Not the tail.
There you go.
Finally, my hat is safe.
Be careful, I'll spill coffee on your tail.